Mic check.
Mic check.
How you doing, girl?
I am awesome. How are you?
All right, you back in the building with your boy. Yeah, man. You know, last time you was telling me you was doing a film, and you know, I made a promise that you once you get out, come on back, let's talk about it. And I
Yeah.
appreciate you. So, what's been going on with your side of the film?
Well, I dropped a new book, but
Cover, yo.
busy.
That cover. This is my author buddy, y'all. Y'all need to check her out. The links is in the description. Go check out her book. I know the first one is The Mask Behind the Mask, and this one is called
The Unveil of the Broken Pieces of a Mask.
Oh man, the mask don't fail and broke. Oh my God. It's all good. It's good to see you again. Let's see what my other girl, Miss Vero G.
Hello, everybody. What's up? Yeah. I'm honored. I'm honored.
Oh,
You guys are awesome, man.
What's up, lady? How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Thank you guys for having me. I'm honored. And Sheena, I love you, girl. I love you guys in general. That's all I gotta say.
Man, I have two talented ladies on there. So how your day been, Vero? I'm gonna call you G.
Okay, that's fine with me. G's fine. You know, it's been good. It's just long, but it's been okay. It's been all right.
Okay. That's what it is. I see you got a whole list of accomplishments as well.
Stop it! No, I'm bashful. Stop it now. I'm here. Girl, stop it.
Okay. Well, before we get into it, I'm gonna let each one of y'all say a little something about yourself, and then we're gonna get cooking into the film. So we'll start with my girl Shay. Shay, what's going on? Would you talk to us?
Well, I like he said, I just did the film. Also I just launched my new book will be out November 22nd. And of course, as well, I'm a podcast host. I'm a writer of a magazine. I work with the Author Network panel as well. And I wear a lot of hats. Oh, and make sure y'all catch me on Tuesdays and Thursdays on Feel Good Talk podcast platform. I'll be doing Words from the Heart.
There it is. That's what's up. Busy. Yeah, you stay busy. I can't keep up with you. When I hear from you, I'm like, oh, she has time for me. I clutch my imaginary pearls and be like, oh, it's Shay. Yeah, man. Yeah. Miss G.
Oh man, what's up, man?
Man, look, hey, I know you got a book stack of accomplishments. Just narrow it down to a paragraph. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
God, don't get me started, man. All right, so as Sheena says, we're both entrepreneurs. We do a lot, you know. Like I said, first and foremost, I'm just honored to be here, guys. But let me just get to it. Okay, so I'm an artist, poet, author, screenwriter, TV radio host as well. I have a publication called Vero G Spotlight magazines on every month or so. This issue is it's Domestic Violence Month, you guys know. So that's solely based on that issue itself, and it's really, I'm just honored to have that and talk about that as well with the project we're working on. And I just actually put it out here. You guys seen? I just did a song with Cuban Link called "Come With Me, Vete Conmigo," which is, the numbers are crazy on YouTube. I can't go on, but it's like, I like over 1 K views. I'm like, oh my God. But the video's out. Yes. The video's out. Check it out. The single's out as well on all digital platforms. And the album Victory is out as well, the third album. So definitely check that out on all digital platforms on that. And just stay working, you know, and making good moves for everybody in the community and all that sort of stuff.
Staying busy is good for the mind.
Yes.
And for y'all to know, both these ladies, their links are in the description where you can go check out their work. Yeah, as I said, Miss G got a new video out. She's singing and stuff, and we're gonna dig a little deeper into her. So right quick before we get into the swinger thing, I want to play the preview to the y'all film, if that's okay with y'all.
Okay with us.
Let me see. Did I add the? Let me go back because I want to make sure I add the sound to this thing. I'm so bad at that. So it says share audio, so I guess I share the audio. I just want to make sure if we don't hear it, then I'm in trouble. Okay, so okay, be careful sharing audio if you have guests. They can hear themselves. Okay, all right. Okay, well, let me unshare the guest then. I just want to make sure y'all are able to hear it. I never. Okay, so this is how I'm gonna do it. So I'm finna hit the play button, and here we go. You can't hear it.
Oh, I hear it. Okay. Yeah. Let me correct.
Girl, don't you cry. It's not worth the time. Playing those games. It's time to say goodbye. He made a fool of you. Took your innocence. Took your common sense. You're his property. And this is the law. He ain't no good for you. Better leave before it gets too late. Gotta be strong.
Amen. Kudos, and kudos. Oh,
Awesome.
let me get this thing off right here. Man, so wait, I want to keep playing. Wait a minute. Stop in the name of love. Okay, here we go. Ladies, first of all, how did you all meet? And how did y'all get started on this project? I'll let you start first, Ms. G. You're on mute.
He's on mute.
Did I mute? No, I didn't mute you.
I don't know.
No, I'm sorry, guys. It was just in the middle of the conversation. Like, wait, hold on. Sorry, sidetrack. We're like 2 seconds. We're on track. Okay, I'm so sorry. Okay, so we met a while back. I think over 2 years or so. I think around that time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and we actually met. I don't even remember. I think it was a mutual friend or something, and down the line we just connected. And as you know, as us being both authors and poets as well, we had a lot in common. We talked about different things, and we got along. You know, she's a sweetheart. So I mean, from that point, we always communicated. You know, we always talk about different things, ideas, and then from that point on, we just have a very special bond and connection with that. And then with coincide with that, actually how. Now I could just squeeze into that point. How did we for the film? The beginning of the process of the film was, at one time, Corona started around March this year. So I just did a little quick, very short, 7-minute on my phone. I did some, stuff around this area to show, the effects of that. And then Sheena saw it. She hit me up in the box. Hey, listen, I would love to film with you. We're both domestic violence survivors. How can we, do something of a film to that nature and that? And then from that point on, the rest is history.
Okay. Is there anything you want to add to that, Miss Gourdine? I got your name right. Oh, first of all, what's up, Miss Gibson? She back. Don't cut her fool today now. Don't cut her fool today, Sheena. Everybody staying in their lane today, okay? Good to have you on, lady. Appreciate you coming through.
Well, I mean, like she said, we met because she had posted who wants to tell a domestic violence story. So I'm like, hey, me, why not? Somebody had put my name down, and I reached out to her, and I was in her book. Then it went from being in her book to being on her TV show, and being on her TV show to then being on her cover. And then, like she said, COVID came. And, I was seeing a lot of domestic violence rising, and I've been seeing the numbers, and they've been talking about it. And I'm like, you know what? Okay, now it's like, what can we do to make more of an awareness about domestic violence? Because one, we're both actually survivors. So I hit her up, and like she said, I saw her little film that she did, and I'm like, who did it for you? And she said, I did. I said, oh, well, hold on, I got an idea. And I gave her the idea, we talked about it, We got into it, and then me, her, and JP Media, Jason, we all came together, put our minds together, and we created this beautiful film that we have that's out right now.
It is beautiful, man.
Thank
I
you.
mean, I got into it. I was like glued, and wow. And there was even some moments for me where I was like, I've never been in that situation, so but this is like eye opening as far as what goes on in the mindset of people that is involved with that situation. Wow. The story is the stories is very graphic. Nobody held back any punches as far as what they went through. I, the best I can describe right off the top of my head about how I feel about that is y'all ladies are strong to go through that, and it's like, and not to give away too much of what's on the movie. I'm gonna ask you, Miss G, why why did you stay as long as you did, and what and when how difficult was it to actually move on, and how did you do that without giving away too much now?
Oh, me, right? Okay, so make sure. Okay, okay. Wow. I have to make it short because it's too long to talk about this.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. As we all can relate to, when you first love somebody, you have this thing with them bond that it's like or forsaken to be apart, and down the line to meet that person and you think like the best of them and don't see the flaws until later on. And that's the reason why I stuck with that my abuser, unfortunately, because we have a child together. And then on top of that, it was already 5 years being with this person and it kind of established something with them. So you kind of stuck around because of the fact that, you got comfortable with them and you have a child. So it was a lot of factors with that. And then down the line, what eventually got me out of it is just the breaking point where my life was at that risk and my child's life. So I said, you know what, I gotta leave before I be another statistic.
That child would definitely make you say enough is enough when you know there's another life is involved. So especially someone you love, but you love yourself, if not even more.
Yes.
Shay,
Yes.
talk to me, baby. You the type I would think you'll come out, you'll walk out the door swinging with the bat. Have the 22 in the bosom.
Oh, damn.
But let everybody know how difficult was it to walk out, and how because you was in two, right?
I was in two, correct.
Hey, I want to crack a joke, but
No,
this
you
ain't the
can.
time. No,
No, you can.
man, look here. All I would say, there was a me. So
Well, I can say my difficulties came from, like she said, like my first incident. I actually had a child with the person. So the first time it happened, it was like, all right, that wasn't supposed to happen. And then, when you're in love and you've been with this person, you got a kid with them. I still was pregnant. I was trying to make it work. I was one of those persons. I didn't want my kids to have multiple fathers. I was, I wanted my kid. I didn't, I wanted my kids to grow up with their dad. But when it happened the second time, it's like, whoa, I'm worth more than this. I'm not going to do this a third time. You fool me once. Second time, you ain't gonna fool me again. I'm good. No.
right.
And then the crazy thing with the other relationship that I did go through with that abuser, it wasn't until 3 years in. And then after being 3 years in, engaged in a relationship and, still trying to help that person through the mental struggles they were going through, I told them that they were dealing with paranoia. I didn't know about the schizophrenia part until afterwards when I took them to therapy to get them help to still be there during this process. And after all that, I started getting blamed for all their issues. So it's like I'm trying to help you and you blaming me. So I removed myself. But even after I removed myself, I still got stalked. So even though I left and had a restraining order, I still was getting stalked during the process. So even me leaving still wasn't good enough.
That's deep.
Wow, man, that's ye. if you coming in, y'all just coming in the building, please hit the like button. If you have any questions for the ladies, it is your girl. I call Miss G, Vero G, and Shana Gourdine, both authors, one songwriter, produced, both filmmakers. They have a film out called the Mask Behind the Mask,
Through their eyes.
Yeah.
Through the Eyes, exactly. And the link is free. You can watch it. It's free. The link is in the description. When you get time, get it, bookmark it, set it up for watch later or whatever. It is very informative. And if you know somebody that have been through it or is going through it, sit down with them. It'll tell you how to reach out to get help. It got hotline numbers. It got all that stuff. The one thing that came across the screen I was watching, and I was like in awe. And it's the narration and the writing on the screen said 20 people are physically abused by their partner every minute.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
Steve.
20 people a minute. So within an hour, you're pretty much talking about 300 people at least.
Mm-hmm.
An hour. Man, we ain't gonna talk about time of day. You're
I'm a
looking.
good man. Listen.
Definitely.
That's a lot of gee. I'm gonna tell you one of the biggest part that hit me the hardest in the whole, and I think y'all would know this. The part that hit me the hardest is when the little girl was explaining the stuff that she was witnessing, and I'm sitting there like, man, I want to go whip some ass myself. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, geez, man.
Mm-hmm. That was my daughter.
Yeah.
She was talking about you.
Mm-hmm.
That's deep. Yeah.
Deep.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's my oldest.
Aww.
You ladies have did an excellent job. And I also had, and this is one of the things that me too, y'all had a part in there where it was talking about how the kid was imitating his father, which was abusing his mom, I believe,
Mm-hmm.
in there, and he was destroying his sister's stuff,
Mm-hmm.
imitating what the father was doing. And I'm like, okay, so that's part of how it is. If you grew up in a household with all going on, you can easily turn that way.
Yeah.
Man, ladies, how you So these people that was in the film with y'all, how did y'all meet them? Was that somebody that was in groups or
Well, of course.
Oh, this
They were all people that I knew from different walks of life, of either church, family, friends, or friends of friends, or even just going through my program that I went through out here. I've met, so it's just people I've reached out to that I've been around that knew they had this walk. Some of them never told their story before, so it was their chance to get it off their chest. And the vision was being able to show up authentically, you know, a quiet space for them to release it through their eyes.
man, when the people was on there telling their stories, you could see the emotion. You could hear the emotion in
Mm-hmm.
their voice. You could see the emotion in their eyes, and you could
Mm-hmm.
actually see how they it's movement. You can be like, this is something. Oh my God. So another thing that I liked about the film too was you show the domestic violence not only for the women but also
Mm-hmm.
the fellas, guys go through domestic violence too. Man.
Yep.
Yes.
So tell me a little bit about that. That one guy, the Marine guy, the 6'4", man. A lot of people don't understand us big guys. We get beat up. We don't
Mm-hmm.
want to, you know,
Yeah.
it's rough. And oh man, I've never been in neither one of those shoes. I've never been abusers, and I've never been abused. But man, that was is everybody? So they was all part of the meeting squad to where y'all met, and
Yeah,
I
pretty
was
much.
man.
Definitely,
And
I would. Oh, sorry.
go ahead, sweet.
Okay. No, I just wanted to add on the after. Well, this is actually a little something behind the scenes where after everybody had tell off what they had to say in their story,
Mhm.
all of us in the room felt the how I say that's what I'm use. Basically, I felt like it was off their chest, and like Sheena was saying the same thing. Where basically, the guy Deshaun, the guy in the military, Marine, he was actually not supposed to be a part of the original plan, and he came along with Rich, which was one of the survivors, and he finally how many years he said it was 20 something years I think.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and all that. Yeah, like
All
over.
on his chest all that time. Actually, he was the original. Rich was the one that came with him.
Also, it was Rich.
But
Okay, I thought. Okay,
yeah,
all right, okay.
but the crazy thing about it is, it was the first time he said he hasn't talked about it since it happened, and it was years ago that this had
Wow.
happened. He was
Yeah.
holding it all that time.
Remember that, and that I'm telling you, everybody's story affected all of us that day, and we all were emotional, bawling, and it felt like it was just therapy for all of us to heal
Yeah.
from that point on, and it was just an amazing behind the scenes moment that we all had. It was great.
Hello, Sakara. Welcome to the show. Appreciate you dropping through. When y'all excuse me. When y'all I guess when y'all go for therapy, if I call that, is it something like a AA meeting where you stand up and you each person tell what happened to them, or is it more like one-on-one counseling? I'll let you start, Shay.
Well, my therapist, it was just me and my therapist. Well, when it first started, it was actually me, my therapist, and my kid's grandmother. Because when I first started going to therapy, I was dealing with the depression, the anxiety, the PTSD, the paranoia. Because being that I was getting stalked, I wasn't comfortable being outside by myself. So even though that I had the restraining order and the person was already arrested at that point, it still was uncomfortable for me because it did something to me mentally. So I had to fix that problem. So it was a one-on-one for me when I went to therapy.
Wow. How about you, Miss G?
Actually, this is the first time confessing. I never went to therapy, believe it or not, for this particular situation. And actually, I've been holding this over. My son will be 15 this year, so it will be exactly going on 14 years. Besides, that's in that point on, when I experienced all that with my son's father with the 5-year time. But overall, I feel like now this is the time I need to finally release my own. Well, my own healing, as they call it. Thank you, baby. Thank you. and it's overdue. I'm telling you. And from seeing it from those perspectives, from everybody who spoke out at the film, I felt like now I could finally confide in myself and talk to somebody and talk about what I went through, and to finally let it be my past.
Let it go.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. For everybody that's coming through, this is the two. For everybody that's coming through, this is the two producers for the film, Through Their Eyes, Unmasking the Mask Behind the Mask, a film documentary about domestic violence. And these two beautiful queens are strong. And I just can't. I'm bowing. I got bad knees, so I'm gonna just do it like that and do that. So, Miss G, you just basically you use your music, you use your
Yes.
songwriting ability and your poetry as an outlet.
Yes, pretty much.
Cool. Also, everybody that's coming out, I forgot to say, it's a free film. The description to watch it is in. I'm sorry, the link to the film is in the description of this post, this live stream. You can click on it and you can save it to watch later whenever. It's like an hour and a half, and it's different. I say ex-victims or survivors. Let me say, telling their story. It's graphic, and
tissue.
it is definitely get your tissue. And hey, I'm that little girl, man, wow.
And I got asked what made me, how did I get the thought of putting my daughter in the film? And that was, when it came to that, I needed to get people to understand that just because you say I'm abused one person, you're not affecting just that person. You're affecting the kids and everybody that's around that situation, and even like whoever else family wise. It doesn't just stop at just that person that you're abusing. You doing a whole psychological trauma to a whole lot of people. And I needed to show how in depth it can really be when it comes for kids.
I I I can only imagine. You know, wow. You have two, right?
Yes,
The youngest the youngest witness that too, or it was just
they
both?
both witnessed this together. They were there during the process. Like my first incident, they were babies. They weren't too like the first incident I was pregnant and my youngest one wasn't there. I mean the oldest one wasn't there. And the second time it happened, she was only 4 months old, so she was in my arms. But when the other
Telling you.
issue happened, they were old enough to know and comprehend what was going on. So it was just like a lot for them, and I had to figure out how to get them out of that. And then once I did that, I also took them to therapy as well.
I don't want to. Okay, I want people to watch it. I don't want to tell too much of it, but there was another part, and I think I told you, Shay, that had me like, wow. So there was actually a lady in there that she was from her story, she was being
Mhm.
emotionally abused,
Yep.
but and in return,
Mhm.
she became
The abuser.
abusive to him.
Mm-hmm.
So one thing shot up the other, and the part where she said, "If I could say this, cut me off. You don't want me to say it." Was the fact that he had to let her beat him with the bat in order for her to release her anger.
Mm-hmm.
Are those two still okay? Are they still?
They're not together anymore. She's married to somebody else now.
That was like
But they are they speak.
they cool now.
Yes, like I said, not to tell her story. That's her own
Right,
story.
right.
But
Well,
they're cool now.
okay. Well, anything they need to know, they can watch the film. Like I said, links to the film is free. The link is in the description on YouTube. It is also on. You said Red
Amazon Fire
Amazon
and
Fire
Roku. And Roku.
and Roku. I meant to say Roku, not Red.
It's okay.
It's okay. And it's under the Vero G Spotlight Network TV, correct?
Yes, yes. Yeah, she's
It's
good.
free. The link is in the description.
That's very
The,
yes. Thank you.
the link is in the description. Please watch it. If you gotta watch it later, just put it in the watch later. But and share it. Share it to the world. Let everybody. You got these two beautiful queens. You know that overcame some odds, and then they're taking that to help others. Please share it to your group. Share it to people that need strengthening. I think it's. Oh man, I think we talked about it, but I want to talk about it again. Why? Well, let me ask this: why most, if not YouTube, why do you think that it is people think that it's just going to get better? I kept hearing that a lot as well. So we'll start with you, G. I ain't gonna work Michelle out because she get mad.
No, it's all good. Don't worry about it. No, so actually, that's a really good question. I always say it's conditioning. It's conditioning. I keep reminding myself that when I started going through my own stuff years ago, and now kind of seeing it outside. And when I hear friends of mine also who know someone that's going through at the moment, or kind of know someone else, but at the same time, I think it's mostly conditioning. It's how the man kind of persuades you and leads you on, and then he grooms you. That's what they call it. They groom you to the way they want to see you as their. And like, for example, he'll say, "Oh, I don't want you wearing makeup. You look beautiful." Or for example, it's like little things like that, or the red flags. Hey, you gotta be home a certain time. Like, excuse me, like it's a control, it's a possessive, it's a lot of factors there, and it's true. I mean, I'm telling you, I know people that went through it, and luckily they survived and they got out before it's too late. But basically, what to your question, I think is it's just like I said, the bonding, with your spouse. You get to know them in the beginning, and you love them, and no matter what the conditioning, you know, you still love them no matter what, unconditionally. All right. So I feel that's the reason why a lot of people stay, even though the outside circle tell them, you girl or whatever, you gotta leave. But they don't realize by them saying that, they don't know what you're going through emotionally behind closed doors. They should be, and I said this before, I think probably a while back too, that a lot of people, like, for let's say your homegirl see you going through this, and they see your man or your girl obsessed with whatever you call it, and the control freak, and instead of saying, girl, say, you know what, I'm gonna help you. Let me find a place. We're gonna do things the right way so you get up safely. People just want to assume and criticize and be judgmental, but they're not there to be at your doorstep and see what you're going through behind closed doors.
Wow, Shay. Wow.
Well, like like Vera said, they do tend to, like, they sweet talk you at the beginning. Like, they give you all the glam, like, oh, you're beautiful, or oh, I'll never do you like anybody else do. I'll never do that to you. Make you as comfortable as it could be. And then eventually all the other things start trickling in, because then they start downplaying certain stuff, and they start putting you emotionally down after they already have picked you up. Then they started putting you down. Like, they'll get into these tones, and it'll be the way they deliver things, and that'd be that control manner, because it'll be like, you know what I mean? They'll say something, but they'll say it with the tone like, I know you heard what I said. You know what I mean? Like, they trying to check to understand, like, I don't want to see you in that. Or why you wearing that? Or why you hanging with that person? I don't think you should hang with that person. I think you're, just sly little things. And then you have the trickery, the narcissist. And it's just different factors that come with it, because they like sheep and wolves. They like sheep and wolves clothing. They be fine like wine one minute and the devil the next.
So true. So true.
So it's almost, it's kind of like, and correct me if I'm wrong, so it's almost kind of like how pimps do their ladies when they grooming them and getting them to sell.
You already trained your mind. They already got you at one moment, and then next thing you know, it's like, it all starts off sweet. It's honeymoon stage. That's why when we had them tell a story, we had them tell it from the beginning to where it was all happiness. It was all, everything's all good, and then eventually, as the time added, once you're in love with them, and you start to avoid the other stages of things that they're actually doing, you be like, oh, they didn't mean it like that, or oh, nah, he just bugging, ain't that me. And mind you, you be with your girlfriends and he tripping. But honestly, then when you get home, it's just, baby, I was really missing you. No, you was controlling me. You was ready to come home. You know what I mean?
Psychology, man.
Wow.
Psychology. And then, it's just like, baby, I love you. You know what I mean? I want to spend more time with you. Or they got upset, and then they come home, and then it come with the roses and the flowers and I didn't mean to do like that. I didn't mean to act like that. It wasn't supposed to happen like that. It was just a bad reaction. It comes with all the tales.
When they do that, do you think they really mean it at the time, or you think they're just part of the play?
Mm-hmm.
At that moment, when I was in it, when you're in love, you think they mean it. Now that I'm out of it, excuse my French, but I think it's total bullshit.
It's true. And that's 100% right. Yeah, it's just a game. It's this game they do.
It's a game.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Don Vic in the building. What's up, Victor, man? Appreciate you coming through. He said, hi, sweetie.
Hey, what's up, man? What's up?
See how he say hi, sweetie? See, that's the type of man you need in your life. Hey, sweetie, give you flowers, not because they don't did something to you, but give you flowers because you're worth getting the flowers. You know what I'm saying? And man, so wow. The video at the end, I love the video. I watched that. I watched it twice.
And as you can see, you were singing and I was acting.
Yeah, she did amazing, by the way. Amazing.
Hey, was you doing some of the narration too? Was that your voice doing the narration?
At the beginning of the movie, that was my poetry. Yes, that was me. Okay. That was me at the beginning.
Hey, all right, Vero G. So I'm finna, I gotta get on you about some things, baby. And you in that thing doing a hallelujah, that thing. I'm like, yeah, she is happy. Hey, I could see the happening when you're in there doing your mini twerk. I call it the mini twerk. I said, look at her. Hey, if you happy, that when I saw you doing that and the part with you on stage, that was probably the first smile watching it. I actually smiled because I was like, dang, she mentally she has made it.
Mm-hmm.
I salute, man. I salute to you, both of you.
Thank you.
And I'm hoping if you haven't already, whatever mate you decide to get with, I hope that is everything you deserve, and I hope that you ain't gotta go through that stupid bullshit no more.
That's right.
So hey, I love that video. I'm gonna watch that video again.
Thank you.
We recorded that the same day we was doing the film.
Yeah, we multitasking. Like, all right, let's next.
We multitasked.
Hold on, say that again. Say what now?
Yeah, we did 2 filmings. We did the
Yeah, we
taping
did
for
2 films that day.
the docu-film, and then we did straight to the music video. Like that scene stuff.
How long did it take y'all to shoot all that?
Yeah, one day. We did the whole day. It started about
After 2,
11
I think.
in the morning.
I thought it was after. Well, it was a little after. Yeah, it was a little after. Okay, like around
After 11. We were done about 8 that afternoon. About 8 that night.
Yeah.
So the backdrop was New York, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. I love every time I told Shay when she was on, I love a woman's up north accent from New York. I think it is one of the sexiest sounds a person is I don't want to say it's street sexy. It does something to me. So I'm gonna be listening to this thing going to sleep tonight. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my gosh.
Dana is applauding y'all. Hey, y'all ladies, hey, I am so grateful that you was able to get out of that safely for you and your family and to move on. But before we get into the last words, I wanna play the trailer again, and I just want to say for everybody just coming in, it's a free film. The link is in the description to the YouTube link. You also can find it on Roku and what is the other one? Amazon Fire, and it's free. Share it.
Under the Vero G Spotlight TV Network app.
Thank you. I'm loving the love tonight. Thank you guys.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm your boy JC. You can. My link is in the description as well. You can click on follow me. I do shows at least 2 a week, and this is my 3rd this week. And this one is a special one because I have 2 superheroes in front of me. Right quick, I'm going to share, and I want to play the. I'm gonna have to find it again. Forgive me. Give me a second.
No, it's okay.
You're fine. You're fine.
Man, I'm all y'all. I don't got mesmerizing this thing. Y'all talking to y'all. Let me pull up. That ain't it. Hold on. See, y'all got me nervous. Okay, here we go. Here we go.
Oh my.
Y'all crazy. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna share it, and they're jumping already. Here we go. This is the trailer.
Girl, don't cry. It's not worth it. Playing those games. It's time to say goodbye. You made a fool of you. Took your innocence. Took your common sense. You're his property. Like this is the law. He ain't no good for you. It's too late. Be strong.
Wow, Man, man. Y'all have to watch this film.
Yeah,
Link
it's
is
a must watch in order for them to understand, like, why when you say how you feel about it, you have to watch it.
Yeah.
It's very educational. It's very in depth. It's emotional, but it gives you the awareness of what we're trying to get y'all to understand. That the fact is, it doesn't just hinder one person; it hinders a whole family, and then it's a whole dynamics because then you have the kids that if they don't get therapy or they don't, get any help for the trauma they're dealing with, then they turn into an abuser as well.
Yes.
So it's like we're trying to stop the process before it starts. It's already a lot of domestic violence going on outside. So we're trying to figure out how can we stop the domestic violence that's going on right now. And we're trying to help people understand that they don't have to sit in silence. Because a lot of times people sit because they're afraid to talk. They feel they're alone. So we're giving them the voice. Listen, we told our story, and we're here to help you tell yours if you need to. And we're here to take you wherever you need to go. If you need a safe place, we will direct you.
The film have hotlines and people you can contact to help you if you're in a situation.
Yeah.
It opened my eyes because actually my eyes opened when we first had our first interview, Shay, when it used to always be like, why the fuck these people still there and stuff, and then as you talk to the survivors and stuff, you begin to understand the process they go through and why it's so difficult to leave.
Sure.
Hey, I commend you, ladies. So, man, look, so G, I'm go. First of all, I love your voice. You can sing.
Ooh, stop it! I mean, people like,
hey, girl. She sang. That was her in the trailer singing. She was getting her groove. And y'all go in there and watch her do her little mini twerk. Nothing but happiness.
You watched everything.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I wanted to be ready for this because for my girl, I had to be ready for this.
No, I understand. Don't worry about it.
But that's what I took it to him so he can get the whole in depth. So he knows what goes on.
Man.
No, definitely. No, but the song, no, I'm sorry. The video is called "Don't Cry." It's actually on the second album. It's called "The Rise of Vero G." Is also out available at digital platforms. You guys can check it out everywhere, and just check it out.
The link is in the description. Just go to her pages, and anything you want is there.
Yep.
Gee, we're gonna go. You got any last words, sweetie? This has been a real eye-opening and fun.
Definitely. Well, first and foremost, I want to thank you and Sheena. Thank you so much, just for having us have this moment and telling our story through the amazing docu-film Through Their Eyes, The Mask Behind the Mask. We're actually, real quickly, we're working on down the line to do a web series. So we're going to ask more people to bring more submissions and all that. So their story I all heard as well. The concept, real quickly, we're trying to put out there with this film is trying to go all the way to Washington, D.C., trying to get some politicians and so forth. Get a campaign going so we eventually end domestic violence by having stricter laws for the abusers, give them more time in jail so they know that this is serious, because taking a life is not a joke. That's basically homicide, murder. So, the kids are left with their mothers or dads. This is something serious. We need to really, really we're tired of seeing our brothers and sisters being dead and being in the news. So definitely. And real quickly before I get out of here, she said, "Thank you. You're welcome." Girl, you know me. Get your book. I got you. See, we're promoting right now. Okay. So, hell yeah, girl. Oh, sorry. All right. So, yes, guys, check out my book, Trials and Tribulations and Autobiography of Vero G. It's been already out. You can check it out on www.amazon.com. It's an amazing book. It talks about also a lot of things I've been through personally. The docu-film that we're working on also is called Trials and Tribulations, which will be out next month. So with that said, that we worked on that for almost 2 years, and I cannot wait to release it as well. It'll be also online, so you guys can check it out. And like I said, besides being a domestic violence survivor, been rape victim, foster care system, this goes on, and being homeless apprentice. So I went through a lot of obstacles as well. And definitely. And I feel like, this is our testimony. This is our story to tell people out there, don't give up on your dreams. Whatever you're going through, it don't make you who you are today, but you are yourself as your situation.
Hey, be sure when the next film come out, reach out to me. Let's come on. Let's chop it up again. I want to be.
That's good.
Hey,
No doubt, no doubt.
y'all, Shay, talk to me. You know that word.
You know, as always, y'all can find me on Shana Gourdine author, Shana Gourdine, Shana Master Motivation, Rundown, Feel Good Talk podcast platform, Authors Network platform, Testimony for Life is Instagram, W_Gourdine16 is Twitter, askgourdine16 @gmail is my email. As of course, this is my beautiful book, The Mask Behind the Mask. This is also fine on Amazon. It's on Barnes and Noble, Walmart.com, on all platforms. The new book will be out November
Yes.
22nd, 2020, and that one is called Unveiling
Awesome.
the Broken Pieces of a Mask. And listen, go get the first one so you can definitely get into the second one.
Ooh.
Because my book is a book of poetry and spoken words that I put together for people to understand all their imperfections, despite of what they're dealing with on a day-to-day basis. And my message to everybody is if you're ever going through something, don't be quiet. Don't be silent. Speak out. Go find you some help or talk to somebody that can help you. I know it's hard. And the first sign that you don't want to do is leave because you're in fear. Don't let your fear be your barrier why you don't go nowhere. And once you get out, don't get stuck. Use your story as your stars and use it to be a testimony. I became a vessel, so can you.
That's awesome. Oh, girl, you made me cry. Stop. All right, real quickly. Just one more quick plug. All right. Listen, man. Check our website, www.verogmusic.com. Everything's there. Check it out. That's it.
So yeah, now website is www.ladybehindthemask.com.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Let's squeeze everything in there.
I need to check that in the description. I mean, in the chat. I think
it's all in the description though, but I can put it in the chat too.
Yeah, that's fine.
Just right quick, Ms. Gibbons say, watch to have a better understanding and awareness on the signs of someone else going through it and how to direct them, help them.
Mm-hmm.
The Purple Hearts. She comes back and says, it's not over, keep going. Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Sean Murdoch in the building. He says, Shana Gourdine. What's up, bro? You supposed, hey, get your people, get back at me, man, so I can get you on, bro.
Oh, that's what's up, man.
Get back at me, bro, so we can get on
here. I'll hit him up and make sure he gets that information to you.
Last time we had things got crossed up and everything.
I'll hit him up.
Okay.
Man, all I can say, thank you so much for sharing this with me. This has been eye-opening, wonderful, informative, and you name it. That I will have to do this because damn the presidential debate, it ain't.
Don't get me started.
Yeah, we can go there, but yeah, I'm going to email y'all a copy of this so you can use it as you want, and I really appreciate it.
We appreciate you. Thank you for having on your nice, lovely platform. We appreciate you as always.
Thank you. I love the background, the lovely art carpet thing. I'm feeling that right now. Yeah.
A red carpet moment without the red carpet.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm like, oh, it's all in there.
Next time when y'all come on next month for the next film review, let me know what color y'all want in the background. I got you.
Ooh, okay.
Just let me know. Let me know. I'll soup it up for y'all. You know what I'm saying? The two beautiful queens. Hey, thank everybody for coming through. Please check them out in the description. The free film, the documentary, the link to the YouTube channel is in the description. If you can't watch it tonight, please go there, bookmark it, and to watch later. I'm telling you, it is worth it. Until next time, folks, we are out. Love you, queens. Take it easy.
Thank you.